News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this July 14th at 6 o'clock this morning. And time to check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at that forecast. It's hot, Megan. That's all I've been saying for the past week. You missed it last week. Every morning I said to Eric, it's hot. He'd be like, yeah. Recycle, repeat that forecast.
Yeah, same exact thing this week. Although it doesn't feel as hot, at least in the mornings, a little bit chillier. But yeah, it's just another hot day. So let's go ahead and get into that forecast for you this morning. Hot morning, upper 60s, low 70s. Hot afternoon, mid to upper 80s, even having that chance of 90 degrees in Harlan for today. Now, right now we are tracking just a little bit of some scattered showers as you're traveling into West Virginia and Virginia, Dickinson and Buchanan County, as well as Logan and Mingo. Now we'll continue to see those chances taper off, but storms do return as we're heading into the afternoon hours. Here's a look at that day planner for you today. We'll start to see those chances for showers picking up in the early afternoon, some storm chances as we're heading into the later half of the day. Amelia.
A Wayne County, Kentucky man was charged with attempted murder after police say he was involved in a crime spree and reportedly even tried to run someone over. That incident started at around 11:30 Thursday night at the Wayne County Hospital. Police were called to the scene after reports of Anthony Dykes trying to steal an ambulance. Police later found him after he actually stole another vehicle when he was walking along West Columbia Avenue in Monticello. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says one of their troopers was involved in a crash in Morgan County, Tennessee. That crash happened Thursday on a Knoxville highway near Oliver Springs. It shut the highway down for a few hours. THP says no one was injured. The stretch of highway has seen several crashes recently. 4 people have died there in less than 1 month. THP says they've increased their presence in the area because of the increase in deadly crashes. A man facing several charges in connection to a deadly Franklin County fire was back before a judge. Dustin Fields is facing several indictments. The most serious is capital murder from a fire his teenage sons died in. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has the details on what took place in the makeshift courtroom on Friday.
Because of ongoing renovations within the Franklin County Courthouse after flooding, arraignments like today's have been moved to other locations. Today's arraignment before a circuit court judge being held at the Franklin County Jail. Fields' attorney entered not guilty pleas for him on both indictments. He is charged with both murder and arson from the house fire April 30th that killed his sons, 15-year-old Rylan and 13-year-old Bentley. He was also indicted on an unrelated sexual abuse charge that dates back 15 years. Fields' attorney says an investigator has contacted him at least 4 times in jail, and she told the judge that she objects to that.
And in those times, he has made some comments that we believe to be inappropriate. We have heard that he's also even asked for a confession from our client, which is extremely inappropriate.
The fire was investigated by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and the Louisville ATF revealed that the indictment came about after about 7,000 pounds of fire debris were examined. The 2 boys who died spent a lot of time with their grandparents in Bath County, and we spoke to them several days after the fire.
We have people praying across the country for us. I mean, I have family out west, and he's got family up north, and I believe God has kept me going.
Also in that indictment, Fields is charged with torture of a dog. We are told that a dog passed away in that fire. In Franklin County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Fields' attorney asked for both a pretrial and a trial date to be set, but no dates for either were scheduled. A Bell County man pleaded guilty to a brutal attack. Charles Girdner admitted to assaulting and strangling a woman. The case stems from an incident in 2022 where Girdner attacked a woman with a knife, then used his hands to strangle her until she lost consciousness. After being released on the charges, Girdner failed to appear in court and was later indicted for bail jumping last year. A sentencing of 12 years was recommended for Girdner. His sentencing is set for July 31st. It's now a little over 1 week since President Donald Trump signed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act into law. Included in it are cuts to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance or SNAP program. Hundreds of thousands of Kentuckians rely on the program to feed their families. And with stricter requirements, food pantries like the Amen House in Scott County are expecting to see higher numbers of people they serve.
If a cost shift does come through the pipeline, ensuring that the Kentucky General Assembly is ready and willing to fund that. And then seeing if the state is willing to fill the gap created by some of these cuts.
The Amen House Food Pantry is open Monday through Friday from 9 to noon. We have more details on this story on our website, WYMT.com. As folks continue to talk about money and inflation, you might start feeling some of that pain in your pocketbook. With the heightened discussions on tariffs throughout the country, experts have started to explain how that could impact your car insurance. Mark Friedlander with the Insurance Information Institute says there's a lot of back and forth about what those tariffs will be and how they might impact you and your purchasing power.
In general, tariffs will increase the cost of auto insurance for everybody because it applies to auto parts, and most auto parts are imported from outside the U.S. So wherever the tariffs land in terms of the percentage, it will have an impact, not immediately.
He says your current bill is likely locked in and will not see the impact from tariffs. But he says in the future we could see increasing prices on car parts and car insurance. Well, if you spent plenty of times outdoors this summer, you may have come across snakes, maybe in or close to your home. There are two types of venomous snakes you've got to watch out for. Those are copperheads and timber rattlesnakes. They're present in southern and eastern Kentucky. Experts say if you encounter any snake around your home, let them be, even if it's a venomous snake.
You see a copperhead on your property and it's this big, it's been living there for 2 to 3 years and you never saw it before today. If you don't do anything, you'll probably never see it again.
If a snake does get in your home, the best thing you can do is use a broom and a large trash can. When you're outside and you're wearing shorts or open-toed shoes, make sure to see where you are walking to help avoid being bitten by a snake. Data from the CDC shows emergency room treatments for tick bites are at the highest level since 2019. The jump is prevalent in the Northeast with 229 tick bites for every 100,000 ER visits last month, roughly a 37% increase from June of last year. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder says environmental factors are behind that trend.
So we are having milder winters, wetter springs, which means for longer tick breeding seasons. We're also seeing ticks move into geographic areas where we have not seen them before. And all of this adds up to more tick exposure and more tick bites.
Well, here are some helpful tips to keep those ticks at bay. Wear light colors, keep your arms and legs covered, wear closed-toed shoes, and use insect repellent. Experts also recommend doing a tick check and taking a shower once you get back home. Well, we are learning more about a spike in student ticket prices for UK athletics games. The athletic department is raising the price of student football and basketball tickets for next year. Football season passes will cost $145. That's a 60% increase from last year. And basketball passes will cost $345, a 70% increase. The host of Big Blue Insider, Dick Gabriel, tells us this is one of the only ways the university can keep up.
With the new $20 million price tag that's come to every D1 school in America, everybody has to dig up a new revenue stream, and they're running out. One of the obvious revenue streams is ticket prices, and it's unfortunate for students, but I guess everybody has to pitch in.
Single game student ticket prices have also increased. The cost of the tickets for the 25-26 season will range from $15 to $40. That's up from $11 to $20 per ticket last season.
It's a bit of a foggy start for some folks out in the mountains this morning, so drive a little bit on the slow side if you are around that Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky border, looking at 0.3 mile visibility in Jonesville. Now we are watching just a little bit of some scattered showers for our easternmost portions as you're traveling towards Mingo, Logan, Dickinson, and Buchanan counties this morning. That will continue to clear out, and then we'll see chances for for storms as we're heading into the afternoon hours. Here's a look at those high temperatures for the day, mainly sitting in a mixture of the mid to upper 80s, and we'll hit the hottest part of the day as you're heading into the early afternoon. Amelia.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:10.